massive night across New South Wales as all but one local government area went to the polls. And look, I think the big winner from the night was definitely the Libertarian Party, right? They had a number of gains. By the time it was 10 o'clock, we had called them for at least 7 seats guaranteed, and many more likely in a couple places where they were running in multi-member wards. They had, 2 wins in a 5-member ward, for instance. In other places like Mid-Coast Council, they were getting multiple candidates up there in an undivided council. There were some rural areas where they were doing well, including Upper Lachlan Shire, and definitely huge for them, right? They've run local campaigns before, but nothing as big as this, and of course, nothing really as big as this under their new name as the Libertarians. They were, of course, formerly the Liberal Democrats. John Ruddock was on in the early stages of counting New South Wales's Libertarian MLC. We spoke to him about really where the party's been going and why they've chosen to run such a campaign.
The council area that we are the most optimistic is the mid-north coast. It's quite a big council area. It's north of Newcastle, the south of Coffs Harbour. And, there's the rate in that council area have had more than a 100% increase in their rates. And the people are very upset. We are going to contest every federal by-election, every federal election, every state by-election, and all the local council elections. We're going to contest every frigging election that we possibly can. We want to fly the flag for small government and the Libertarian Party. We want to, when people know that we exist, they vote for us. Okay, so most people don't know we exist. And we're very grateful to Six News for giving us, for taking an interest in us. Okay, now if people know that we exist, a very large number of people say, I want to vote for these guys and gals. Okay, so we want to contest every election. We really hope that we get elected. We hope that we win the elections. But a major part of contesting all these by-elections is we want the average Aussie out there to know that there is a party out there that is radically committed to small government. That's why we have given everything we can for this local council elections, but we're still just getting going.
And of course, plenty of parties contest these elections, right? You've got the majors, Liberal and Labor, although Liberals weren't on many of the ballots because of their candidate nomination stuff up. The Greens have also been always big in local government, a number of local parties as well. Speaking of the Greens, they were hoping for a number of gains across the state and really trying to build as they look for the federal election next year. Places like Tweed, which it includes the federal division of Richmond, where they're hopeful of maybe getting in at the next federal election there. And we spoke with Dr. Amanda Conn. She is a Greens MLC in the New South Wales Parliament, but she's also a former councillor in Albury and a former deputy mayor of Albury. And we spoke to her both about the party's campaign, but also what she made of the rise of parties like the Libertarians at this election.
I think it's been really concerning to see that rise. I'm certainly aware of a handful of candidates that stood on platforms like, council should really be only about roads, rates and rubbish. Certainly in my own community of Albury, that would be no sports facilities, no swimming pools, no libraries, no regional art galleries, no parks and gardens. Councils manage so many things that make the communities we love the places that we want to live. So I think that is really concerning, and certainly that they had a fairly organised presence in parts of New South Wales.
So, look, obviously a lot more counting to come. No counting on Sunday, the New South Wales Electoral Commission has said, but we're going to see more results continue to come in, and a lot of races, yet to be called, but really interesting to see how they continue to play out. We'll, of course, have full coverage for you on Twitter at localectionau and on our website, localelections.com.au.
Well, in Sydney, voters have returned Clover Moore to a record 6th term as Lord Mayor. Moore, a former independent state MP, has served as Lord Mayor since 2004, despite facing a large number of challenges from across the political spectrum. 6 News projected shortly before 8 p.m. last night that she would be returned, Moore later declaring victory at around 10 p.m. In the Sydney councillor race, earlier results showed a strong vote for the Greens, with at least 1 seat for them, the Liberals and Labor, and at least 2 for Clover Moore independent team. Over in Western Sydney, Fairfield Mayor Frank Carbone has been easily re-elected with around 80% of the vote against his Labor opponents. Carbone's alliance with federal MP Darlee on council is also likely to be returned with a majority. It comes as the pair look to build their new Western Sydney Community Party for the next federal election. And for more live updates, make sure you visit localelections.com.au for complete coverage and analysis of every party, every council, every ward and every candidate.